My name is Mike Pyatt from Triple Your Traffic, as my t-shirt conveniently says. And today we're talking about the Google formula. We're going to go over a recent case study, how we doubled a client's business, and the process, exactly how we did it, our three main steps, and how you can apply that to your website to get the higher rankings in Google for more traffic, leads, and sales. So before we dive in, who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, I've been cracking the Google code, so to speak, for 10 years. It started with my own business. I used to be a radiographer. That's the one that takes x-rays. So I wrote a book about how to become a radiographer, put it online, thought I was going to make a bunch of money sitting on the beach, drinking a margarita. But of course, it didn't work out like that. No one bought the book. And I was like, well, why not? It's because no one came to the website to even check out the book. So I realized I have to get traffic. I have to get people to my website. So I tried tons of different stuff. And at the end of the year, I only had a few sales, but I looked at it where the sales came from, and they came from Google Organic. And I was ranked for my target keywords that customers were already searching on about page 3. And I intuitively realized, well, if I'm in the top spots, then a lot more people are going to find it, because who goes to page 2 or 3? Not that many people. I know I don't. So I searched and searched, couldn't get anything to work. I even hired someone else, a few different people, different SEO companies to do it. That didn't work out at all. They got no results. So I really realized I have to figure this out. So I trapped myself in my room, and I ended up finding someone on an online forum that taught me exactly how to rank in Google. And I'll share with you in just a moment more about that, which is pretty sweet. But we'll get into that. But yeah, I figured it out, finally ranked for my keywords, but it turned out the radiography niche was just too small. So I sold that business for $1,000, had a few other businesses, sold those though. And then I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew public speaking, just like this, communication was going to be a big deal, and no matter what career path I took. So I went to a Toastmasters group where I learned better about how to do public speaking. And the first speech you gave, it's about yourself. So I'm like, hey, I'm Mike Pyatt. I like internet marketing. It's what I'm passionate about. I've done this other stuff, yada, yada, yada. And then afterwards, someone came to me. There happened to be a business owner in the room. And they said, hey, that sounds pretty cool. Can you do that for my business as well? Rank my keywords for my business. And I said, sure, why not? So I gave it a test, and sure enough, it worked for her business. And she went from a few leads a month from her online forums and her websites to over 60 leads per month and over $70,000 in increased revenue. So I was like, wow, this is sweet. This business that already has the infrastructure, they just need to be more visible in the top spots in Google. So I created a business, so to speak, about or doing that for clients. And like the Big Hat store is one of our clients, which is our case study, which we'll get into. So I was taking all these clients and ranking them, and soon it became overwhelming to deal with all of them. So I had to create a system, procedures, checklist, hire the right people, a team to execute this process that actually works to the top spots. And then since other SEO companies, they were having trouble figuring out the formula, managing stuff, so I sold our system to them as well, and ended up teaching some of the top SEOs in the country that now use that system to this day. And we still use that system as well for our clients, for our own businesses. And we're still refining that system to this very day. We're now building into a software, which is really exciting. And we're doing a lot of things. But again, always using that proven formula, which we're going to talk about in this video. So that leads us to the here and now. So let's go ahead and get into that now. So let's get into the case study with a client called Big Hat Store. And they were ranked in the 30th spot for most of their keywords. But again, you got to be in the top spot, because as this chart shows, the people that search it, the first spot gets about 33% of that search volume. The second spot gets about 17%. The third spot gets about 11. The fourth spot, 8%, 5, 6, sixth spot, 4, and 10th spot, 2. And then, obviously it just goes down. So you really have to be in the top spots to get all those rewards. So we boosted them up to the top spots, the number 1. I'll show you one of them, big hats for sale, big hats. Those are some of the keywords. We rank those in the very top positions. So that's why it's important to be in the top spots. And those top spots led to 2.5x traffic increase. So before they started with us, 3,358 visitors per month to now 8,588 per month in just over 6 months, as you can see in the Google Analytics shot as well. So higher rankings, more traffic, and then more sales and revenue. So they went from 18,000 a month, about 18,000 a month, to 35,000 a month, again, just in those 6 months, all from just changing the positions from the third page in Google to the top page to the very top spots. So you may already know that it's important to be in the top spots. You may already want that, but it's crazy just how being in the different spots, not changing anything else, not changing the marketing, not changing the website, marketing or anything, just more visibility really helps grow a business exponentially. So that's why I want to show you how to do it. And if you're interested, how we can do it for you as well. So let's go ahead and get into that now. So the process is, it starts with step one, keywords, determining what keywords we want to rank for. Obviously, keywords are the search term that the user would put in, searching for what they want in Google. So it's actually really interesting. Google has a tool, Keywords Planner, that actually publicly displays all the exact search volume. So every time you and everyone else searches a keyword, a search term, Google actually records that and then actually gives that data, the monthly search volume for all the different keywords. So you can search it, they give you ideas, you can put them all in there and say, oh, I think this is a really great keyword. Maybe no one searches it, or maybe a lot of people do. So you find that combination of the right buyer keywords versus like information keywords. So for example, how to make your own big hat. Well, that's not going to turn into sales for this client, but hats for big heads, big hats for sale, those are more keywords that are going to turn into actual buyers. So of course you want to make sure it's a buyer keyword and enough search volume to make that ROI and make all this work worth it. And then we move on to step number 2, which is using those keywords we found and then creating content. Because of course you have to have the content, in this case, the page article, to rank for it. So pretty simple here. There's the metadata, which is, what shows up in Google, the title, the description. So of course, including the keywords in there, and then actually the content on the site, including and talking about all the keywords in there, pictures, etc. And you want like 1 to 3% density, 500 to 1,000 words. You don't want to like over optimize, use the keyword too much, but not too little. So again, all these different things, keywords in the picture. So of course, talking about the keywords, making the content relevant, because of course, Google wants to rank the most relevant content. That way people search and say, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I was looking for. Keep coming back using Google. Google makes money from ads, etc. So writing about the keywords is key, in the right places, etc. But then the other piece to this is high quality content. So what I realized throughout my career of hiring tons of writers is that most writers, they don't put in the time. They don't just put in the love, the care, the effort to make it actually make sense, flow, engaging, actually sell. Like, why use this company after all these other choices, unique selling points, call to action, etc. So it has to be the two pieces of it, writing for the search engines about the keywords, but also for the actual people, converting it so they actually turn into a sale at the highest percent and not choose someone else. So those are the two pieces, and that's what we do, and that's what you need to do to complete this step and a few other things. But we're going to move on to the next important piece of this, which is building links. So up to this point, it was pretty simple. Figure out the keywords, write about the content. But in terms of how hard it is, links is always the hardest for most people. Now, links are important because Google not only wants to rank the most relevant content, but they also want to rank the most popular content. It's just because it's relevant, but it's like how to fix your iPhone is the most relevant, but it's not a good article. Then they don't want that to be in the top spots, because then people say, oh, Google's not that good. They want the best, high quality, most popular article. So out of all these people, like for example, how to fix your iPhone, there's thousands of articles how to fix that, right? So how are they going to choose which goes first, what goes second, what goes third, etc.? So there's a lot of different factors to determine what is the best and most popular, but the number one factor is links, connections, other websites linking to that website, because they know if people are talking about it and linking to it and referencing it, it must be popular, it must be good. So that's what they use, because links are like votes. The more votes you get, you win the election. But now Google says, not all votes are created equal. Not all links are created equal. Because, for example, of a brand new website versus, the whitehouse.gov, and they both link to it, well, which one are you going to rank before that? Well, probably the one from the whitehouse.gov. Now, that's like a very extreme, perfect example that probably no one can get a link from, or very few, or not realistic. But you need to have the high-powered, what we call authority sites that actually link to it. That way, Google will actually rank that website. So now the question is, well, how do you get these high-powered authority sites? And there's mainly two ways. One is let's call outreach, or asking others, going to other people and saying, hey, I have the best content, will you link from your website to my website? But from experience, it's really hard and it doesn't work that well, because everyone's emailing these sites saying, hey, put my link on. So it's like, is this site even getting it? Is it getting past their spam filters? If they even get the email, do they even open it? If they open it, are they even compelled to put a link in your site? Or now some of these sites are charging tons and tons of money because they know that everyone wants it. So from my experience, it doesn't work. I'm not saying it can't work for others. It just didn't work for us. What worked for us was building up our own high-powered authority sites and then linking to whatever content we want, our own content, our own websites, our clients' websites, etc. And that works really well. So I want to give you some keys and explain that just in a little more detail, because if you use this, you can really get into the top spots of Google and really make a lot of money, a lot more sales, etc., grow the business. So how it works is, so a business or a website builds up links over time from the community, from other sites. Then if that business doesn't pay their register bill within 30 days, they actually lose the site and it goes to an auction that then anyone can get the domain, and then they own the domain, and then they can build up the content using the same content or different content and then link to whatever they want because they now own that domain. And all those links built up in the past still count in Google's eyes. So some clients or some prospective clients ask, well, why can't I just do buy a brand new website, Mike's website1.com, Mike Websites 2, and link to it? It's because, again, it has to have these links that are already from existing sites linking to that, which then links to the client's site. And then these all need to be unique businesses on unique hosts, unique IPs, and the run as real businesses. So we have over 500 of these high-powered authority sites that are all on different hosts, all on different IPs, all unique content, all run like real businesses. So I have tons of websites and I have full control. I can link to whatever content I want. I can link to any client I want. I don't have to go out to the marketplace and try to ask people, and it's in their control if they say yes or no. I'm in direct control of how many links and exactly link. Keep the link, because if you get links from other people, they may take it down. It may just be some back-end page that's not even powerful. So here I have full control over exactly how much power I want to push to it. And it's just a process of getting those domains, building them up, linking it out naturally, etc. So I don't want to go into too many more details, but I do want to say you have to do it in a natural way. So you have to vary up your anchor text. You can't do all the links at once. You have to build them out each month throughout the month. And a few other things like unique hosts, unique IPs, all that to make it natural, to make it relevant. Because Google doesn't want anyone to spam this stuff. They know that this is actually a legit way because it's all these legit sites, real sites that already built up links, and then passing that link juice, so to speak, that high-powered vote to in this case, the client's site, like we did for Big Hats. So for example, this GamesDone.net used to be this website. We then bought it because they didn't pay their bill. So then we rebuilt the content, linked to our client's site, and all those links that were already there. For example, these 3 links were already there, linking to this client, linking to GamesDone.net, and now linked to our client. We repeat this process because you can't just have one of these high-powered authority sites and then link to it 20 times. It counts as 20 links. No, it's like one website, one vote, one person, one vote. And so that's why I repeat this process multiple times until we outrank the competition. We build up enough of those links to outrank the competition's number of links and the high power and pass that link juice to get in the top spot. So we're giving exactly what Google wants, the right keywords, the most relevant content, most popular content, making it the top spots in Google for more traffic, leads, and sales. So sounds pretty good, right? Well, how much does it cost? Well, you have to do the keyword research, you have to get the writers, you have to find the domains, the auction cost, the hosting, putting it all together. Roughly, that would cost just to get, let's say 9 high-powered authority links. That could cost upward of $8,000 doing it on your own. So again, that's why I built the system to make it more predictable, make it more affordable, make it more manageable. So how much does it cost doing it with us? Well, we've streamlined and again, turned that process into a system so it's a lot more affordable, a lot more predictable, etc. So that's anywhere from $2,500 in this case for those 9 sites that would originally cost someone else like $8,000. We have plans ranging from $1,500 to $3,000 a month. It really just depends on the niche, the keywords, the competition, because if the keywords are more competitive, that means there's more businesses in there. They're building more links. Therefore, you need more links to outrank that competition. More links cost more money. In this case, with our clients, based on their budget. So that's why we put some packages, how long it will take, how long is needed to build up these links, the number of links to outrank the competition. That's why we always meet with the client beforehand. No one can just like pay and just start with this. We meet with the client, we explain everything. We actually do free keyword research. So we actually do step one for them. We do the keywords, and then we analyze, okay, these sites that are already ranking for this keyword, how many links do they have, competitive analysis. And then we say, okay, we need 40 links, we need 100 links, etc., based on this competition. Again, depends on all the competition, how many links are needed. Then we can make an estimate, plan how long it will take based on, if we're investing this much money, we build this many links, so in this many months, we estimate we'll get to the top spots. You can never say exactly, but we have a pretty good range based on past data and analyzing it. So it can range how long it takes. With this case study, he starting to see results in 3 months, and things really picked up profitably, a huge ROI within 6 months. So again, just depends on how competitive, how many links are needed, and then how aggressive or the budget, to build these links and how quick you want to get to the top spots. But again, you have to build up those links over time in a natural way, and actually high-powered authority links, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're interested in us running this process for you, or at least interested in hearing more, getting the free keyword research, giving you more details of how we do the system, what we would do for your site, your market specifically, how long it would take, exactly how long it would cost, and all the other details you would need to know, then just go to tytseo.com/free plan, or just tytseo.com, hit the application, and yeah, no matter what, we'll do the free keyword research for you, which is over $300 value for free, just for your interest. And again, go over all the details, like how long it would take, exact pricing, and anything else you'd want to know about the process. We want to make sure that you understand it, we're all on the same page, et cetera, and do a thorough competitive analysis before we just begin. Make sure it's worth it, make sure there's enough search volume, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, we'll have to meet to go over details. But other than that, any other questions, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe. We don't do too many videos because we are always refining the system, but I did want to make this video for you so you know exactly how we're getting the top spots, what's working in 2020, and what's going to continue to work based on these principles that Google always wants, the most relevant, the most popular content, and how we keep working these, refining the system, and how you can apply it yourself. So you have 3 choices: apply it yourself, or 2, hire a team and manage the team and learn the process and manage the team and process to do it for you, or 3, you can hire us. We already have the team, the infrastructure, the system, and we can use that system for you. Again, do all these, the keyword research for free, and then write out the content with love, with the right way of saying it, all the pieces, plus the high-powered authority links in a natural way, everything I talked about and more. And again, anything else, just leave a question below in the comments or reach out to us, and we're happy to help. So that wraps up this video. I wanted to give you the 3 key steps and some critical insights and elements for each of those steps, how to apply it to your business, whether you do it yourself, hire a team, hire us, no matter what, you know the process better so you can manage it to get into the top spots for ultimate business growth. This is Mike Pyatt from Triple Your Traffic, and I'll talk to you again soon.